Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, D Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, a little nippy, but I'm doing what I do for you. Oh, I got something nice for you today. This thing is going good for me. I hope it's you enjoying it like I am. So let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my story for life. I'm giving you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers Way of Life, through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where I'm going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, spiritually asleep. I can wake them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here too. Wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. I'm still in the book. I got some good stuff coming for you. Right thinkers. Let's talk about meditation and enlightenment according to the Egyptian book of coming forth by day. Some know that the book of dead. No, it's book of coming forth by day. That's what we're going to call it. And that's what I'm going to read from. Some excerpts from there. That's some good philosophical, profound concepts. But we get to the end of the book, y'all. Oh, Lord. Okay. One part. All right. Let's go. Meditation and enlightenment according to the Egyptians. Okay. I got something I'm going to show you right quick. Now, I'm going to show you the picture. This is what I just did, the meditative state of mind. You see right here. This is an transcendental mind, an unmeditative mind. How about that? See how little focus it has, narrow-minded? That's called narrow-mindedness. See that at the bottom? That's the ego mind self when it's cleansed, when it's enlightened. See the difference in the view, in the span? That's what they're showing you. So I'll get to that in a minute. We're going to break that down for you as we go. And on the other side, I'll break that down as you go. They say the pyramid looked like a man in a lotus position with hands on both legs. You will never see me looking like a pyramid. That's this guy here. Right down there. Oh, that'll never happen. All right, but in this right here, that ain't the eye. Okay, that ain't the eye that's on the dollar bill. I have a little money here to show you. Okay, that's not the same eye. Okay, that's the eye of providence. That's the money eye. That's the eye of knowledge. That's the conscious eye. That's our eye. I ain't got none of my stuff on today. Oh, I'm rocking. All right, here we go. We got his naked. Let's talk about this and break some of this stuff down from the ancient book of coming forth by day. In the Egyptian book of coming forth by day, the process which was supposed to lead you to a state of super consciousness. Now, how could a book that's dead teach you super consciousness? Glad you asked. Well, I don't know if you asked, but I asked that question. All right. And it's described in the form of separate utterances, meaning somebody saying this, contained within various individual spells or chapters to be spoken by those who wish to fashion their heart minds. into eternal forms. In chapter 1, it says, utterance, verse 18 to 20, where you, the initiate, speaks as follows. I am one with Haru. On this day of clothing, opening the storehouse of washing, the steel of heart. Remember that, steel of heart. Unbolting the door of concealed things in Rastu. I am one with Haru. They say Horus, I like to say Haru. So y'all can't see that, but I do. I just can't get into that Horus thing. I'm Haru man. The day of clothing, let me break it down for you. Now, what the hell did he just say? Again, when I read the utterances, he's going to break it down for you. I'm going to go over it with you. So that's the whole point of getting the concept that they had way back then. That's the whole point, okay? The day of clothing refers to receiving one's what? Glorious body, born into the physical world. Spirit comes to matter. The fall of man, from spirit to matter, physical form. A whole lot of symbolism there that I ain't got time to go over, but if you start studying symbolism, we've been doing this for a long time. Moving on, okay? Opening the storehouse refers to, you ready for this? Releasing of the stored up potential within oneself. We all have potential to be godlike. We just don't fulfill them all. All of us don't fulfill, and guess what happens? You got to reincarnate until you get it right. So that's the whole point of death in the physical world. Why? So the spirit can reincarnate and get another child at it to get it right. Symbolically, okay, metaphorically. But now, this is my favorite part. Washing of the still heart. What does that mean? That refers to the cleansing of the mind through various living, aka Maya. Bingo. Okay, I got 2 words coming up. I can't wait to get to them. But the whole point is to cleanse the mind through how do I cleanse my mind? Through virtuous living, righteous living, aka Maya, or practice right thinking philosophy, which is the same thing. Which what? It leads to, you ready? Mental peace. How? Through daily meditation, wherein the heart and mind is cleared of subconscious impressions of passion, physical desires of the flesh, and the illusions and the delusions and sexual energy is what now accumulated and transformed into spiritual energy. Again, men, fellas, young men, if you don't masturbate, have sex, waste your semen, however you want to call it, but when you refrain from sexual activity, your semen will stay within you and it will regenerate you and give you life, years on your life. Okay, they knew that. Ancient times. Again, where we at? I'm gonna put a pin in it. Okay, so energy was transformed in. Okay, now when the endless stream of thoughts, again, in the mind, is now controlled. When you have control of the thoughts that come through, you know what's right from wrong, good from bad. So you dispense the ones that don't serve you and you move on. Watch this. When you're able to control those and you made still, meditating daily is what that's for. To get the junk out, to get the waste out, and move on, flush it out, so to speak, and get a fresh start. And the whole idea of the unbolting of the door, that is what, of concealed things, Rastai, that realm of Ra, that's the fire, which occurs. This is the subconscious spirit world, the astral plane, where the next level, not the physical body. World of what? God, which is Ra, where? Within us. Once you realize God ain't up there in heaven, God ain't up there sitting high watching low. When you realize God is in you, now you're working with something. Become Christ-like. Move on. Become conscious of who you are. That's what they're trying to tell you. But the result of this practice is to become what? One with Haru, God. That's you. Your father, you're the son of God. God is your father, Asar. Which you come here in the physical world to redeem, which is your ego self, which will destroy you if you let it. So your whole goal as here in the physical world is not to let the ego destroy you, conquer the ego, become Haru, and live your best life and go back to your father, becoming conscious of who you are conceptually. But now, moving on, I just showed you the picture of the small mind. It's called the transcendental self, the ego mind self, right? Thoughts, negative thoughts, wrong ideas, delusions, okay, of individuality, meaning ego, self, me, all this blocks perception of what? Your higher self or reality. That's why the ego person don't know themselves. Hold on one second. Yeah, when you are narrow-minded, that's what they show you. You're ignorant, ego self. See that little bitty line? Okay, but you got all the wrong ideas. Okay, everything you think is just wrong, and you're gonna have to pay the consequences. So you're gonna suffer, be disappointed. Everything that comes with those things, you're gonna suffer through. But now, down underneath that, you got the transcendental self, and it just says the ego mind self. The ego mind self, when cleansed, enlightened, woken up through what? You ready? Daily concentration or other spiritual disciplines such as meditation. Consciousness will now be expanded. Your ego will now be what? Opened up. It's going up, giving up the what? His power, giving up the control of yourself. Now you allowing what? The perception of all the encompassing transcendental self, as well as what? Your ego limited reality. You forget about that. You become all encompassing with your higher self. That's the difference. And I want to get that out the way right quick. So now you hear these guys talking. This is what they're talking from one state to the other, from ignorant to enlightenment. Watch this. And they understanding how they got there. In chapter 21, you, the initiate, pleads, watch this, that his mouth, your memory, your conscience be restored. How could that be? Hail to you, Lord of light. May you restore to me what? My mouth, my memory, my ability to talk. May my heart, who's going to speak for me, mine, assist me at the time of what? Destroying the night of ignorance. Remember, the whole idea, light and day, intellect, ignorance, that's the whole part. It's a constant battle. But within yourself, you got to do either good or evil. That's what they fight through. And it's telling you at the judgment day, my heart will speak for me. Why? Because I had good intention. I did good things. That's what's going to speak for you. Your mouth is sealed. Why? Because I'm about to get to that in a minute. All right. But in chapter 23, the same book, the utterance 6, you the initiate, now you describing his or her resolve in seeking what? Liberation from what? The pool they call double fire. I watched my man Bobby Hammond, and this is the part I know he talk about. When Ra go into the underworld, okay, they got lakes of fire, sycamores, all that good stuff, okay, but yeah, he's made a double lake. That means you trying to avoid going in that fire. Why? Because if you ain't ready, you will get burnt. The boys in the oven, they was ready, so they didn't. So they saying the whole idea is to be liberated from the pool of double fire, which is the world of what? Physical existence. Coming back to this non-state of what? Duality. Again, through the force of will, which is inside you, to manifest and have the ability to accomplish the wish of what? The heart. What the heart wants, the heart's going to get. You are what you think and believe you are. You, the initiate, have now quenched the heart, which was agitated with what? Desires, passions, etc. From what? Involvement with the world of duality and ignorance, and through the force of internal will, that fight that's in you, and a disciplined mind. Tahuti, heart, the initiate now directs him or herself to identification with who? You ready? I told you if you pass the judgment day, you go with Asar. You identify yourself with Asar. I'll be Asar P-Funk when I make it, okay? So Asar in the physical manifestation of the who? The nameless God, which is Amun. We know that, okay? But, and thus become one with that being who is at the top of the steps. They had symbolic steps you cross. At the top of that sits Asar. In chapter, okay, and he tell you, watch this. Now, I am Asar, Lord of Rasta. I, the initiate, speaking for yourself, share with that being, when you became one with him, who is at the top of the steps, symbolically. In the Masonic law, we got 357, okay? And at the top of that, somebody's there. The 3 is the Trinity and the God, okay? The 5 is the 5 senses of the physical body, and the 7 is the 7 chakras. But we used it as rhetoric, arithmetic, geometry, the 7 liberal arts, okay? But we called the 7 liberal arts in Masonic order. I didn't know nothing about the chakras back then, but now I get it, y'all. Oh, yeah. And the last one is astrology. Remember that, okay? I am Asar. I'm at the top of the stairs, all right? Now, due to who at the top of the stairs, who due to the wish of my heart, I have come here from what? The pool of the double fire, and I have quenched these fires within myself, meaning you passed the test of life and you did what you had to do. Asar was the first one. He's there because he passed the scales of Maya first time, and that's where you get to hang out with when you pass. That's where you go back to. Okay, he's God in the physical form, manifested. In chapter 97, what happens? The initiate, you seek, this one, I like this one here, you seek to attain a frame of mind of what? Equanimity. Think with both hemispheres. Let me plunge into the divine pool beneath the 2 divine sycamores of heaven and earth. You see, always, you see me sitting between 2 pillars right here. You see the pyramids, I put my thing between 2. Okay. It's all symbolic. It's symbology, excuse me. Okay. Mason, Boaz, Jacquin, wisdom, strength, and beauty. Okay. They all symbolically represent something. And that's why I always sit between them. I'm the beauty. I'm the last part. The worship master. Okay, to the concept. Where we at? Okay, yeah, here we go. Let me get my phone out. These 2 words here. All right. 1 second. Get out of there. Bam. There we go. Search. Okay, the first one is propitiation. Propitiation. Now, in chapter 27, it tells you between heaven and earth, plunge where we prepare. Plunge into the divine pool of heaven and earth to unite them within him or her higher self. May I be purified in the lake of who? Propitiation. Propitiation. And what's the other one at? Where you at? Nah, where you at? Equal somebody. Where's my word at? Equal posing. This is some crazy word. Where is that? No. Propitiation. Where's the other one? Alright, where is it at? Come on, give me the word. Give me the word. Equal posing. And they want to make propitiation to appease your gods, to give in, we call it dua, to show sign of respect. And equal posing is equilibrium. Okay, I just said where I get that word. Let me plunge into the divine pool beneath the 2 sycamores of heaven and earth. That means I've passed. I'm good to go. In chapter 23, you the initiate is a system and affirms what? That the bonds, here we go, the fetters of Set, which were placed on my mouth by Set, which represented by what? Your ego, your physical desires, your thought of individuality, your selfish self, etc. Those are all septarian qualities. And they have been what? Removed by who? Ptah, self-created, Tahuti, the mind of God, Atum, the hidden one, and Shu, the breath of life. That's how you defeat the ego and put him in check, and he can't beat none of them. Okay, he had to become subservient. That's what I said. He's your best worker. Why? Once you get in position to do what he do, he going to do what he do. Just don't let him do it for you. Make him do it for you. Don't let him run you. That's the concept. And my mouth, watch this. My mouth have now been what? Opened. They had a utensil for that, but there's another lesson. By who? Ptah, Tahuti, which represents wisdom, and comes with magic. And the fetters of Set, which obstructed my mouth, are now destroyed. Boy, 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 hope you're understanding that. In chapter 26, utterance 7 to verse 9. Once the initiate knows what they have gained, what? Self-control, aka power. Knowledge is power when it's implemented, when it's used. That's what you get your power. Over what? Thy heart mind. When they know their heart, thyself, you know who you are, what happens? Then they will not lose consciousness. What you mean? As an ordinary person, when you know your heart, when you know yourself, you're not considered an ordinary person. Why? Because you will not lose consciousness as an ordinary or ignorant person will win at the time of death. That's when it counts. At the time of death, the physical body will, but you will retain the power to what? Go on into the spirit world according to what? The desire of your spirit. If it's enlightened. Also, you, the initiate, will not suffer through what? No more reincarnations. Ding, 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 ding. You getting off this merry-go-round. Okay, you about to blow this popsicle stand. But will live on in what? The Bekah. The body and the car become one. Soul and spirit. No more body. Body, mind, body, soul. Nope. Just down soul and spirit. No more body. That's what you want to get. And form is in what? As an initiate, it will now establish enlightened in the spirit rather than the body. I know my heart. This is what you say. I know my heart. Why? Because I have achieved power over it. I conquered Set, my ego self. I have achieved the power to do what pleases my Ka, my higher self, spirit. I will remain what? Aware of my ab, aka heart mind, and my ba, which is my soul, will not be fettered by my ego self or restrained at the entrance of the West. Why? I'm going to be welcome when I go over to the West at death. That's what they're telling you. I will be able to what? Come and go as I please in the spirit realm. That's the concept. I got a few more. I'm almost there. Almost home. I got you. Oh, I got some more stuff here for you. Watch this. Now, the importance of what? Purifying or washing one's heart appears throughout the entire book. Why? That's the important part. Your heart have to be purified, have to be light as the feathers about to be competed with on the Judgment Day. That's why. And washing the heart means that the heart is relieved of what? Feelings, emotions, be they feelings of joy, happiness, anger, sorrow, don't make a difference. The heart don't care. Dispassion, detachment. Developing dispassion, go ahead, boy, is also a classic tenet and a must in India, Vedanta, and Buddha philosophies. They don't get emotional. They could care less about feelings. Philosophically means nothing. And I agree 100%. But in Egyptian mythology and philosophy, the symbol of cleansing or purifying the heart, mind, is composed of a leg of a human figure, sometimes beside the symbol of water. Just a quick sign for it right here. And we in the age of Aquarius, right? You see the water bearer pouring down water on us, right? That was the sign for the heart right there. The water, that's water. That's the leg, and it's being poured down. All you gotta do, put the water barrel, we be the sound of Aquarius. Well, I love that stuff. Okay, where we at? I'm almost there. I see a few more minutes. I'm almost there. Where we at? Da-da-da-da. Now, the symbol for cleansing and purifying the heart, we just showed the composer of that in water, over which you see a jug of water is poured. Okay, washing the heart. That's what it means. Called the ab. This symbol is used to what? Continuously remind you, the right thinker, to practice Tahuti, thinking, right? And Maya, equanimity, okay, using both sides, mean you got wisdom and you're using good judgment. Based on that wisdom, you will attain stability in your life, aka balance. I am the ab, cleansed, washed one. And tattoo, stability. You see the jed pillar, that means steadfast. That means standing on what you know to be. The jed pillar, aka Jedi. Okay, but remember I got a lesson. But you got the utterance on utterance 24. And again in chapter 81, the utterance says, the initiate states, I am the ab, meaning pure washed one, coming forth from the fields. Stealing the heart mind appears in chapter 63a, utterance 4 and 5, where the initiate, you have made him or herself to live by what? Stealing his or her heart. Meditating daily, talking to God. That's what it's saying. I am the mighty one, the still of heart, that I may make myself to what? To live. That's Ptah, freaking itself, utter himself into existence. The following lines, taken from the various statements throughout the book, will show the gradual realization of you, the initiate, that the God are in reality aspects of him or herself. I've been trying to get that point across to you forever. I'm about to have some fun right here. Rather, further, you, the initiate, need to understand Sa. Sa is pure understanding, complete understanding. You get it. The light go on. Ding, eureka, okay? His or her, what? True nature and power. When you know thyself, you will become, watch this. This is going to be tight. I am the great God, the self-created one, Nu, okay? I am Ra, the visible one. I am Geb, the earth. I am Atum, okay, the one sunshine going, the sun going down in the west, that's Atum, okay, the triple part of Amun, Ra, Atum. I am Asar. That's the number 6 on the present still of items. He's the first physical form, spirit in man. He represents the first man. And that's who our Father is in the flesh. I am Men. Men is the one with the big penis. That means he supplemented his lower nature. He supplemented his sperm. So he's conqueror of his lower nature. I am Shu. That's the breath. I just gave the lessons of breath meditation. I am Anubis. That's your discernment. That's you knowing right from wrong. Simply that, real from unreal. Okay. I am Iset. That's your intuitive knowledge. That's who teaches you right from wrong from birth. Okay. That's the knowledge you got that's already inside you. I am Hathor, which is God's one of the eyes, who the opposite of Haru. That's the female aspect. I am Sekhmet. She represents the serpent power. She's the wife of Ptah, the mate to him. I am Orion. That's the constellation that the 3 pyramids is based on, the belt of Orion. Okay. I am Sa. I have total understanding. I am the lion. That's Leo, the Sphinx. Okay. In the age of Aquarius, age of Leo, he will look at himself on the horizon. That's Leo, aka the lion. And you got 2 lions, yesterday and tomorrow. That's who represents these 2 pillars. I kept, okay? That's what that represents right there. I'm always sitting between 2 pillars, okay? Where we at? I am the young bull. I used to be. That's Taurus, okay? The sign of Taurus. And a star is represented by the bull. And I am happy. That's the God of the Nile. He wanted to make sure the Nile floods. And they want to pray. They pray to Happy that they have a overflow of the Nile, a good run, so they can have good harvest. Who came forth as the Nile Valley. These are all aspects of your personal character that you can emulate and manifest for yourself to be all of these in one. I did. That's the master yourself. And that's the lesson. I'm going to stop right there. And the whole point is the state of enlightenment is further described again in chapter 83, 85, where the initiate realizes what? The 7 Urases, the deities or the bodies, the immortal parts of the spirit, I gave that lesson, have been what? Reconstructed. That means you put yourself back together from every aspect of yourself to what? Know thyself. That's the name of the game. I'm gonna stop right there. I see the clock. I appreciate you tuning in, fellas. In closing, right thing is I'll be right back. I'm just gonna stop it right here and be right back. But in closing, may y'all live to be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I'll see you in a few.